Ready to get started.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to welcome students and faculty and staff that might be joining us.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming online to listen to what I call Purpose Talks. Purpose Talks will be a series of conversations that I want to have with students to bring us together as a campus, inviting guest speakers, authors, and community members just to talk about what you're doing in the community, your efforts, and how students can connect with their aspired futures. I'm so excited because Guilford College has an initiative. It's called the Guilford Edge, which allows me to come from behind the desk and connect more around the work that I do in the community, which is extremely exciting for me. It's meaningful. It's a way for me to connect with students and bring people like you out who can inspire our students even more. So for those of you who might not know me, I'm Precious McKoy. I'm a web developer, and outside of Guilford, I do run a local nonprofit agency. Absolutely. So to get started, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm energized. I'm happy to be on these hallowed grounds of Guilford College.
Great. Awesome to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Probably since September when I met you and your team to go through the training for Purpose University. Mm-hmm. And I enjoy learning about your mobile app, what it has to offer our students, and how they can align their aspirations with a business. And as an entrepreneur myself, I can find value in what you are doing, and I'm happy that you're here to give students the extra vote of confidence and motivation to get started with their own businesses. So first, could you tell us a little bit more about yourself and why you started this initiative?
Yeah, I think that as a student, I was a poor student. I was not motivated. I didn't connect everything that they were teaching in school to my life. Mm-hmm. And I did not know my purpose.
Right.
So with all of those things combined, you make a pretty poor student. So as I researched more and I eventually got a PhD in education, my mission was, how do I help students like me? Right? Students who are low motivated, don't know their purpose, and may not have job options because of systemic racism. So all of those kind of research points or touch points have gone into the development of the Purpose University app, and we got funding from the National Science Foundation, which help us take it to the next level.
Great. Awesome. So according to a study done by Millennial Branding and Internships.com, 72% of high school students want to start their own business someday, and 61% expect to start a business right out of college. What would your advice be to students who are eager to start their own business?
I think do it, first of all. Second of all, keep your overhead to zero when you first start. And what we've designed in the curriculum that Guilford students have access to through the app is, of course, PUR 502, which shows you how to start a sole proprietorship for free and maintain it for free. When I started my company, 19 years ago now, you had to pay for a website. You had to pay for a bank account. Mm-hmm. You had to pay for online payment systems. Now, all these things are free. And we've designed an e-course that brings those tools to you, PUR 502. So, my advice to you is keep the overhead low and do what you were born to do. Because the overhead is low, you'll never go out of business. So you can try and fail, try and fail, try and fail until you succeed doing your purpose in life.
Absolutely. So I remember when I was starting my business, it felt like you have to have money to make money. And getting that website and all the marketing materials, it was a tremendous cost to me and my organization in the days when I started mine. Yeah. So it's really nice the tools that students do have freely available to you to get started And that is definitely a plus in this day and age. So that's awesome that you mentioned that, so that our students can go ahead and get started and not worry about the upfront costs for starting an organization or a company.
Yeah.
I always feel like entrepreneurs who skipped college or dropped out are an exception. And my personal path to entrepreneurship was to obtain my degree in business marketing, and then to also pursue a master's degree in nonprofit management as I launched my business. I contribute to the success of running my business for the past 11 years to me being educated and to understand the best practices as well as business laws for operating my business. However, there's always a question about if entrepreneurship needs a degree or not. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I'm an educator, and I believe a college degree is kind of baseline now for whatever you want to do. A college degree is baseline. For students who are here at Guilford, you're doing the right thing. Pursue your degree. I will say this, as far as entrepreneurs, the purpose of college is largely to learn how you learn. And once you learn how you learn, and you learn how to get stuff done, right? You're up in the dorm, you're studying. What you're learning is how to get stuff done, right? And what a college degree says is you can start something and finish it. And the same goes for your business, your nonprofit, whatever you're creating. Those lessons that you learn in college about how to start it and finish it, and how to learn, how you specifically learn, can be translated into any business.
Absolutely. I would agree. So I know you didn't drive all of this way just to tell us what you think about students starting their own businesses. You have a formula that can help, dare I say, just about any student, any major, any degree, any walk of life find their purpose. Can you tell us how a student can use what you introduced to me as the quadrants to get started identifying what they might be interested in doing?
Yeah. So because we're kind of in an interview format, I'm just going to highlight the 4 questions. Mm-hmm. We've been researching for about 11 years now, how do people find their purpose in life? And we've been researching what are the critical pedagogy questions. Well, big word. When I say critical pedagogy, it really just means critical thinking and how to teach critical thinking. So we have found that these 4 questions will help any student, adult learner to find clarity on their purpose in life. Here we go. You get ready. Take out your pen, take out your pad. These are the 4 questions. Question number 1, people. Who are the people, or what's the community closest to your heart? So outside of your families, I know you love your family. What is the number 1 community that's suffering, that you want to give to, you want to donate to? There's something on your heart that's tied and connected to that community. It calls you to help that community. That's number 1 question, people. The answer for me is African American males who are lost. Question number 2 is pain. And the question here is, what's the pain that you've gone through so deep, it changed the way that you looked at the world? And what's the pain that you've gone through that ties to the people that you just mentioned in question number 1? So first was people, second is pain. Mm-hmm. So, for me, my pain was my parents' divorce. I was a young black male growing up in Carrboro. My dad was the mayor of Carrboro. My mom was a nurse at Duke Hospital, both alpha personalities. You get 2 alphas together, sometimes there's going to be some furniture moving. And there I was as a kid, lost. Didn't know to be on my dad's side, didn't know to be on my mom's side, didn't know if the divorce was my fault, rationalizing as a kid. And I found that that's just a sensitive area for me, is being lost as an African American male. And it directly ties to the people group for me for question number 1, is that I'm passionate about helping lost people.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they're African American, Asian, white, male, female, there's something about lost people that tie to me because I've been there. I think the majority of my life I've been lost. So my mission as a teacher, as a researcher, is to help lost people. So that's question number 2. Question number 3 is peace. And the question for number 3 is, what is your peace process of healing from the pain that you just thought about in question number 2? You know, some people do therapy. Some people do nature, jogging. Some people do prayer. Some people do yoga, Pilates. What do you do to heal? Some people watch TV, go to the movies. What's your healing activity? And even now, as you're watching this, I want to question you, when was the last time you did that? Get back to doing more of that. Because as long as we're caught in that pain question too, we can't be active in our purpose in life. So you got to heal, you got to cope, you got to move through your pain. That's question number 3. And then the last question, so we've gone through people, we've gone through pain, we've gone through peace process. The last question is passion. And this is what gets you fired up. What's your gift? What's your talent? You're really good at this. Even as a kid, it came natural to you. What is that gift? What is that talent? So then you take all of these 4 questions, you put them together into an equation. Equations in the mobile app, the equations in the book, Finding Your Purpose in 15 Minutes. It reads like this. Purpose, draw an equal sign, then draw a long division line. On top of that line, you write people plus passion. Under the line, you write pain. So purpose equals people plus passion divided by pain. Purpose equals people plus passion divided by pain. Here's how you read the equation. We use our passion, that gift that you're really good at. For me, it's communication. I do it through teaching. And I teach, right? To help these people, for me, it's lost people, to alleviate or prevent that pain that we identify with, because we've been there. And that summation took us 10 years to get to those 4 powerful questions to find our purpose in life and clarity on our purpose in life very quickly. You were born to help those people. You were born to use that gift, which is your passion, to help those people alleviate or prevent that pain that you identify with. And then we help you build a platform to go do it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So let me tell you why I really enjoyed doing this activity in September with you.
Yeah.
So much that I've used it in all of my public speaking engagements lately, just to help people connect with everything that I am, why I do the work that I do, why a person would work a full-time job and then go out into the community and do yet another job. There has to always be a reason. And one thing about when you divide something by, in math, a number, that number is your constant. So this pain, that is constantly with me, if I could find that peace and really find out how to connect to my purpose, it drives me daily. So I really love your equation that you've come up with, and it's everything that I've put into Shield Mentor Program. So my mission statement that came out of doing your activity correlated so nicely with everything that I was already doing. And I connected even more by going through the exercise with you. So just to allow you listeners to know me a little bit better, my childhood pain was experiencing violence and also having my oldest brother become a runaway by the time I was in the 5th grade. I didn't see him again until the 12th grade. For a child, that's really devastating. It's a miserable way to exist because I was always concerned about my brother. I wasn't really sure about his safety. I wasn't really sure what drove him to leave our home because my parents really dedicated a lot of energy into perfecting our household. My father is a preacher. They sent us through Christian school, homeschool, you name it, anything that they could do to support us as children. It was like my world fell apart once my brother left our household. That was really challenging for me. So I sympathize mostly, actually my organization, I sympathize mostly for parents. You know, I serve the young people, but my sympathy and my heart goes out most to parents, because parenting is so difficult. You can try to have the most perfect household. You know, for us going to church, that was our solitude, that was our peace. Yeah. And for our house to be shaken, you know, it was something that shook me throughout my time in college while I was obtaining my degree and trying to understand the world, realizing that this pain will always be there, launched me into starting my organization. So there was a lot that I carried with me, and knowing my purpose has informed my work, and it will always inform my work.
And even before you go on, I just want to tell you I care about you.
Thank you.
I know that wasn't easy to share, and just know that I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And that was a painful, real experience, not only for you, right, as a little girl, but also for your parents.
Absolutely. I realize that more and more as a parent.
It's amazing, because even as a kid, you know, no matter what your parents would do, that's in the back of their mind.
Right.
And you can feel it.
Right.
You can feel it in the household. There's a numbness. There's a voidness.
Absolutely.
That your parents are struggling through to smile through. And you're right there.
Right.
And you're feeling it. So that's difficult, and I thank you for sharing that. And Shield, wow. I thank you for doing your purpose in life. You know, it's very easy to just get a paycheck and say, that's it. You know, I got my degree, I got my master, I got my good job at Guilford. That's it. You know, I'm done. But to take this pain and turn it into purpose takes courage, and I just commend you for what you're doing.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. So hopefully by sharing my own story, it will inspire a student to enroll in your program. And I want you to tell them a little bit more about what they can gain by enrolling in your courses.
Yeah, so, you know, our courses are really designed for you. They're designed for college students who are navigating through some difficult times, some difficult challenges. College is one of those times in life where mama's not there, daddy's not there, you're on your own. You've got to navigate, what is my purpose? Why am I getting up every morning to go to this class? You know, why am I making sure that I stay up late at night to study for this? What's it all about? You know, you ask most people, who are you? The answer of one or two things. One is your profession. I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm a teacher, I'm a web developer. Many men answer with this answer. The other is your relationships. You're relationally. I'm a daughter. I'm a mother. Right? I'm a wife. That's who I am. And the challenging thing, especially for men who can't find employment, is that they question, who am I?
Right.
What's my identity? And when we challenge and question our identity, we can't do anything right. You could be the most talented person, you could be gifted, but when you don't know your identity, you start to believe lies about yourself very easily. I'm a failure, right? I can't do this, I can't get it right. And it may be a systemic thing and nothing wrong with you. So for those students, we want you to go ahead and create an entity now that is your purpose in life and build your identity around that organization. You know, no matter what happens in life to Precious, she knows who she is, and part of that is because of SHIELD.
Absolutely.
You know, part of your entire identity is built around this organization, and we want students who are struggling through identity to build a purpose-driven organization. You can do it for free through the Purpose University app. It's in the App Store, it's in the Google Play Store. Go to self-paced courses, take PUR 501. We just went through that. Those are those questions. And then PUR 502 walks you through starting your own entity for free.
Wow. I wish I had this when I was in college, for sure. So as you know, our students are getting ready for winter break, and I'm hoping that students will take advantage of a little bit of free time, take a look at your mobile app, and get started. With that being said, how much time would it take a student to commit to your materials or your courses?
That's a really good question. You know, our PUR 501 course is designed to be completed in less than 30 minutes, average of 15 minutes. It's a really small book you can find in Amazon called Finding Your Purpose in 15 Minutes. We know today's generation of student doesn't have time.
Absolutely.
You know, they're pulled in so many different directions, so that's why we design it as what's called accelerated courses. Mm-hmm. So the 502 course to start your business, the quickest we've had a student start a business, 65 minutes. Now the average to walk through that course is about 2 hours, but you can leave home for Christmas break and come back in business, focused. And now when you're getting up for that class at 8 a.m., you're not doing it for mama and daddy. You're doing it for your purpose, for your business, for your destiny. You're building on something.
Absolutely. So I am a resource on campus. If you want to take a look at the mobile app, you go ahead and download it. I'm a coach. My information is mccoypr@guilford.edu, or you can give me a phone call at extension 2409 if you need any assistance. But I also want to let you know how to get in touch with Dr. Drakeford. I hear that you do online classes from time to time. Can you tell our students a little bit about that and how they can connect with you?
Yeah, we've got an online class every Tuesday at 6 p.m. And you can register for it online at learnpurpose.org or even at Eventbrite at turnaroundtuesday.eventbrite.com. Either one of those, or talk to Miss McKoy here at Guilford College, and she will get you connected. She's gone through an intensive 2-day training. Her head was hurt at the end of it. But at the end of it, she came out with the knowledge where any student that goes and talks with Miss McKoy will be able to navigate through this curriculum easily, and she can walk you through it. That's what the training is for. That's what Guilford College is for. There should be no reason that you leave Guilford College without knowing your purpose in life. That's what Ms. McKoy is here for, and that's what the curriculum is for.
Absolutely. So I'm going to challenge our students to give it a try. Go ahead and download the app. Let's see how many students we can get to download this mobile app over the winter break. I want to hear your stories when we come back in the spring. I will have more purpose talks with you, and we can share what we're learning through this very helpful, incredible exercise. So I really do hope that our students will learn more about who they are and connect with that, as I have done the same. You know, you're never too old. You have never done enough to truly understand your purpose. And that dial can move sometimes, you know, as we mature and as we go through life experiences, we may connect with our purpose in even greater ways. So I really believe that this application could help just about anybody. So I would like to invite you to share anything else with our students. Maybe before we wrap up, there are some other things that we didn't get to talk about that you feel like you should share.
You know, Guilford College is a special place because of its history.
Absolutely.
And the Quaker people, but also because of its current president, Dr. Jane Fernandez. And I really want each student to kind of learn your president's story. You know, learn her narrative and the example that she sets for the college. That's part of the reason we're attracted to the mission of Guilford College, is because of President Jane. So if you haven't learned about her story, her narrative, in research terms we call her autoethnography, right? Learn about it, because it's inspirational, it's motivational, and she has done a great job of wrapping her story around this institution, where now she's creating change agents. She's a change agent creating change agents. So you should be proud of the leadership that you have, and just know I look up to her and I'm learning from her work.
Same here. I don't know that a web developer gets to step away from their desk and put on a program like this, so I truly do appreciate President Jane for her support and inviting me to have the Purpose Talks. Thanks so much for your time, for coming to Guilford today and sharing with us this wonderful opportunity for our students. We truly do appreciate you and your work, Dr. Drakeford, all that you are doing for others. I know that this is going to be a successful launch, and I'm glad to introduce it to the students today. As always, it's been great talking to you about your work. Students, to download the Purpose University mobile app, please go to learnpurpose.teachable.com. All courses are free by using the coupon code GIVETHANKS in all caps. Go ahead, download it. Go ahead and figure out what your purpose is, and I look forward to talking to you when you get back.
Awesome. Y'all have a great holiday. See you soon.
All right.